Welcome to Rad, a daily reader for Reddit. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. Why are a lot white people super sensitive towards racism towards blacks, but then don't care about racism towards Asians, Indians, etc.? I've noticed this among my school where white kids will get super mad about the tiniest joke or remark towards black people but then will joke around or even be blatantly racist towards Asians. Edit. First off, I live in the US to give some context, and I need to be more clear on the fact that I mean some white people. However, personally in my life, it's been most edit to black people. Sorry if that term was offensive. It flew over my head. Edit 3. Hey, can we not be hypocrites? A third of the comments are just calling all whites racist, when in reality they aren't all a bunch of racists. Said him not treading on any of the recent BLM movement. This right here. You are conditioned to think you must acknowledge the plight of black people in order to speak on your experiences. We're a country that is constantly looking for something to be offended at, to the point where we live in fear of being labeled racists for not beginning every thought with the caveat of how racist society is. Depends on which white culture you hail from. The US is super sensitive about black racism. Here in the UK we are extremely sensitive about Indian or Pakistani racism. It depends on your culture history and what its embarrassments are. I've seen it in person a lot. Very racist acts towards Asian people, by black men, on public transportation. Why is this? Black kids get this talk too. Twice as hard for half as much. I think the difference is that the other half of the message is told but not always accepted. You are personally responsible for your own success and failure. A lot of black people will take the fist and conveniently discard the latter. But nonetheless, it seems like we're all getting the same talk. Source. I'm very black. To add, many black people are crappy to Asians and it's not cool. And too often it's justified by the often real fact that Asians can be very racist toward black folks as well. It creates an awful cycle that needs to stop. On both sides. Does it apply if your father molested you 8 or more years of your childhood? Because he was molested? Serious question. Not trying to sound like an but. I think right now people may be more aware of racism against black people because of Black Lives Matter, which may explain an increase in white people scolding racism against specifically black people. Maybe because they were more educated about racism against black people because of the recent movement. That could explain the specificity in race. I for one know a lot of people were oblivious before BLM rose. That of course doesn't excuse it. Racism against Asians is still extremely prominent, especially against East Asians during COVID-19. From the virus originating from Wuhan, definitely doesn't justify it one bit but explains the rise. The simple answer: we don't know. It's extremely hypocritical to denounce racism against one oppressed group of people but turn around and contribute to oppression regarding another. Something you can do to prevent this is call them out on their behavior. It isn't your obligation, but it always helps to call out racism when you see it. Dave Chappelle said this perfectly. How does a person get so privileged that they feel the need to decide what is offensive to others, and the need to be offended for others? Quote. Because most of them are virtue signaling. They don't really care about racial injustice. They just want to show other people that they are conscientious for caring about racism. If they really cared about racism, they wouldn't allow a situation where Asians need 400 more SAT points to get into the same college as lesser performing minorities. Asians and Indians do complain, it's just that the media and everyone else chooses to ignore it. Thanks for watching Rad. Like and subscribe for daily Reddit videos. If you like these videos, check out Rad too.